think you have the thing over us.
Can you see us?
There it is. Hey. We'll get everybody in here eventually. Hey, guys.
What is up, guys? As you can see, this is another episode of Attack on Titan. I am Andres. As you can see, guys, I am joined by Abi and Imon. What is up, guys?
Hello. Hi.
Thanks for having us. We're super excited.
Yeah, obviously Ben is here as well, trying to help me out through the whole stream and trying to keep me together because I don't know what I'm doing, as I said before, going on live. But yes, we are very excited to talk about Attack on Titan. This last episode was called Assault. We're going to be talking all about it today. But before we do that, I clearly want to address Attack on Titan with you guys. I know you guys do a lot of reaction videos to it. I was just talking to you guys about your reaction video last week and how well it was doing and how long you guys have been talking about Attack on Titan and reacting to it. What got you into the show, or who got you into the show, if I can ask? I'll start with you, Imon.
You should start with Abi because
I'll start with Abi.
yes, I have to start with her.
Yeah, no, I mean, essentially, I got Imon into it.
Yeah.
But I had watched when it first came out. I started watching it, and watching it meaning I watched the first episode and got scared and didn't want to watch it anymore. Got a little scarred, but then somehow you convinced me, Imon, to be like, "Oh, let's revisit it. Let's watch it again."
I think because we saw fellow friends, the normies, and everyone kind of starting to do Attack on Titan, and I was curious. I didn't know what it was about. I'd obviously seen Titans running or giant people, and then Abi just kept saying it's so scary. So we didn't do it for a while.
I refused.
Finally, I was like, let's just do it. And we did. And she was right. It was pretty terrifying in the beginning, but then it became like our favorite anime. Yeah. Like at least top 5 now, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Did it start with season 1? Like, did you guys like start as the season was going, or maybe like a year later?
It was way later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think, was it season 2 out? I think all this
was out.
Yeah, I think season 1 and season 2 were both out, and then I think we were waiting on season 3 coming in. So I think we might have watched season 3 live, like as it was airing each week. I think.
Yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure that was what happened. We don't know our own channel,
or not. Honestly, we might be wrong on that. To be honest,
no worries. Yeah, no, season 3 was, I think, 2 years ago when it premiered, so it wasn't too long ago. Season 3, season 1 was 2013, which is insane.
Gosh, no.
So long ago, and I remember being that guy who was watching it in season 1 and waiting for season 2 and 3 and all that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I felt bad for myself.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it was so long. It was so long. And my buddies, it was 2 of my friends from college who got me into it. That'll show my age too. But they got me into the show. I watched the show throughout season 1, waited for season 4. But before then, I went to like all the cons and stuff, so I got to see the Attack on Titan fandom, which was insane.
Right.
And then season 2, season 3, I saw the premiere in the theater. I told Ben about it. And then obviously now season 4 coming full circle with the final season. This is insane. This was a crazy episode.
I can't, Ace. I can't drink coffee Sunday morning anymore because this entire episode, I was just like, who's gonna die? Because we got that teaser. You saw Gabby running with the rifle towards the battle. You saw her make eye contact with Sasha. You saw that kind of called back to like how Eren was looking at the Titans, his devils when he was a kid. These are Gabby's devils, is the people from Paradise Island. And so I'm just like, I know someone's going to show up, and there's plenty of red shirt, for lack of a better term. There's plenty of red shirts for the scouts. So it's like, okay, some no names in the back are gonna bite the dust. The Titans have to. I mean, the mainlanders have to fight back somehow. But I mean, there's just so many questions I have. But Imon and Abi, how did you guys react to this episode? Like, there's so much happening. I was like trying to write down a summary. I was like, I'm literally just writing every line. I'm just writing a script right now because there's not a single second wasted.
Right. Not a single second wasted. Yeah. It started with Galliard just right there. Like I thought we were going to have like a second, like a minute maybe, like a backstory, but it was like right there trying to grab Eren's neck. And we're like, okay, we're in it. Like, okay, fine. Yeah. A lot of screaming. We had a lot of screaming from us. I think.
From you guys. Okay. I was going to say from the episode.
From Gabby and us back and forth. She did a lot of screaming. So.
Yeah. So let's start there. Once Peak comes in, she shows up. Shout out to my girl Peak. Barely made it throughout this episode. As Ben can attest through his look at me right now. Peak is my girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was crossing my fingers. I was like, damn, Peak is like a savage, but low-key, I still want her to like survive.
No, stop. Ace,
low-key, a little bit.
Stop it.
Team Peak, Team Mikasa. But either way, when she showed up with her Gatling guns, just like mowing down pretty much all our team, our survey corps, or the red shirts, as Ben would say.
Don't call them that. They deserve that.
Yeah, I mean, but no names.
No names.
What I have taken from this episode is that they were prepared for so many scenarios. Like, there wasn't Attack on Titan. It's always been the survey corps or like, the inner police and stuff like that. They've always been overwhelmed, thinking on their feet, like, like backpedaling, trying to reel it in. Every single time you think the Marleys and the mainlanders have the upper hand, they're like, yep, here comes the Beast Titan. Okay, there's the Card Titan. Like, yeah, like they went for the kill on the Jaw Titan and they missed, and a few people bit the dust and they had to adjust. But there's never a look really of surprise on their faces. They're just like, oh, yep. And then there's even a smirk from Levi when the Beast Titan's coming down the street. He's just like, okay, okay, here we go.
Talk about him.
I forgot. Honestly, I wish we would have brought that up, but he killed Erwin. That was his main man. That's Levi's, and that's my husband. I'll just say that, and Abby's too. Well, fine.
Yeah, that's my guy too.
Okay. So it's like, of course, he's back. He's like, let's go. But we'll bring it up later. But there was this weird thing about the time. They kept like
we can jump around this episode. Let's talk about that interaction though, because this was the big showdown. Yes, Eren, facing with Reiner was an awesome conversation. We'll see if we get, part 3 of Armored versus Attack Titan in this next episode. But this was the showdown of the century. Levi promised Erwin that if he sacrificed basically the entire core, that he would kill the Beast Titan. Levi wrecked him so fast that Zeke had no idea what hit him in season 3. And then Zeke comes strolling down the street, has his legs crossed like he's Madonna, like throwing rocks out like this, calling Levi out. Like, one, who the fuck does Zeke think he is? He's been gone 4 years, beating up on non-Survey Corps people, so he's getting a little big in the head, not remembering who Levi is. And then he gets taken out in half a second. Somehow even faster. Somehow 4 years later, Levi has done nothing but think about this moment. But do you guys think this is too good to be true? One, do you think it's too good to be true that the Beast Titan is done? And two, did Levi suicide bomb himself in this moment?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, no.
He's too fast, man. Like literally he can move at the speed of light. Like Levi has like super speed. Like that's why he's so deadly. So I think he just like dropped the bomb, zipped out like so fast that we probably didn't even see it.
Yeah.
So, we didn't even notice. We didn't even. It didn't even like. We didn't think like he just killed himself because it was so quick. We were just like, Zeke's dead. And we were like, so when you brought that up, we're like, oh, wait, Levi? But I don't think he'd die like that. That just doesn't.
I don't think he would either, but just like the way, like, Attack on Titan just messing with my mind. It happened so fast. I was like, no, you cannot do that to Levi. Like, oh man, I was reeling from it for like an hour. I was like, I watched that scene just over and over again. But if we're all in agreement that Levi's not dead, do you think Zeke is dead? Do you think that's all we're gonna get?
It sure looked like he died, right? But it's a little too good to be true.
It's a little too good. And so for the Beast Titan, for what he is, what he's done, that's a bit too quick of an end for him. Like, there's going to be a bigger showdown, I think, with the Beast Titan. I don't know if he got out of there quick enough, because it seems like everyone has cat-like reflexes, apparently, except for, I don't know, Falco. But
well, even Peak, you know, she got hit by like 20 thunder spears, and she's still living somehow. And I think, you know, they even talked about her lack of toughness, and Zeke is probably like his Titan is at least stronger.
Yeah. So I'm confused because it didn't go back to that scene. So I think there will be a lot more to it in the next episode, probably. They continued with their thing.
Speaking of toughness, what has Eren been doing in these 4 years that he can transform 3 times in 5 minutes?
It's crazy. That's Levi training.
Levi training, dude. Yeah. Like what has Levi and Hanji been doing to poor Eren on the island during our absence, man?
Yeah, it's literally some Batman type training that's going on there. It's kind of insane.
The Warhammer, he's saying like the Warhammer Titan's like, oh, she speared him again in this like, you know, skyscraper of crystal, and he's like, nope, like that's all you got. That's not all I got. So I'm just gonna hop out of this shell. Whee! And just get into another one. Right?
He keeps doing it. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, it is impressive. Yeah.
So another question, like just things I was noticing on the 4th watch today. Now, one genius move, like we'll get into the whole thing of like the Jaw Titan, you know, how he uses the Jaw Titan to crack open the crystal. Do you think Galliard got any of the Warhammer juice in him? Because like when Eren, you know, cracks it and, you know, he's drinking all of it, you see like his vision, like his surroundings get a little cloudy. When they show Galliard, I noticed on the last time, his place was a little cloudy as well. So do you think like he's going to have any Warhammer things, or do you think it's purely Eren's?
I hope not. Yeah. I was not prepared for that, but that's a good point. Like, how would it not also go into his...
So you can have the power of the Warhammer? Is that what we're going to...
Split
can
it?
That happen?
I don't think that can. I think he was drinking it like chugging it straight down. Yeah. So I don't think it went into Galliard. I just think it went down into Eren, and I think Eren has it now.
Yeah.
But before we move on, guys, Nerd Chronic in the chat, Eric in the chat says, "Hey, so excited for this conversation." We also have another super chat from SJC360 that says, "Thought on the end of season 3 conversation between Eren Yeager and Grisha." It says to look out for Armin and Mikasa.
You can click on it, Ace. You can click on the super chat.
I can. Oh, no way. Oh, look at that. Wow, superpowers. So I still think that has to do with like the memories and the whole like future and past being connected thing, the coordinate. I don't think that's necessarily going to be addressed till maybe the end of the season, considering that that's how we open season 1 with Eren's visions. And now I got confirmation, by the way, guys, that my theory was correct. At least I think I got confirmation, Ben. When I said that Eren was imagining himself as a Tiber in the beginning of season 1, now we know why. It's because he has the Warhammer Titan. Yeah. So in season 1, if you go back and you see his visions, you see him imagine like a red coat guy, and then he sees himself with toys and like a big castle mansion. And it's him as a Tiber, and that's the Tiber sister.
Okay.
So that's part of the memories he has now as a kid in the past that he got it in the present.
Right.
It's all connected.
Girl. I mean, that is, I mean, the fact, I'm glad we're talking to you guys, because it does make you remember more from like how it's connected from past episodes. But, you know, going off of that memory thing, and we'll probably jump into it later, because we have that same kind of thought process for Falco. With the memory, and Imon was explaining it again to me. Well, I'll let Imon do it. But there's something to it. There's definitely something to what you're saying.
Yeah, it's cool. I wonder if there's more like Easter eggs, if you maybe slow it down when you watch his memories in the beginning, Eren's memories, because like you're saying, it's like they're fated to get those, like you're saying, it was fate that he was going to take Laura Tiber's Warhammer. But and like that's what we were trying to figure out with how the memories work, because when Eren, was it Kruger, when he's talking to Grisha on the wall, he's saying, watch out for Mikasa and Armin, and then Grisha's like, who is that? And he's like, I don't even know. So and that was before Eren is even a thought, like, you know, so it's just like, I like that's a really cool connection. So it's fated to happen. So I wonder if there's a little bit more in his, like the Jaw Titans memories are there, or the Armor Titans. I don't know.
Yeah, because we know that Falco also had memories of himself with ODM gear, which can mean anything. It could mean he eats Galliard, because if you think about it, Galliard was formerly Emir. Is Emir still in there? It could mean he eats Reiner. It could mean Eren himself. It could mean a ton of Titans that have some sort of connection to ODM gear. It can mean Armin. But it's one of those things where Falco is destined to inherit a Titan. We just don't know which one yet.
Yes.
How many Titans, as the great Kanye West would say, how one man can have so much power? I don't really like Kanye, so I don't know the lyrics. But just like
collect them all. Yeah, he's gonna collect them all. Man.
How many? Yeah, is Eren going full Pokemon over here? Got to catch them all over there. It's like,
I think so.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking, like, is he gonna eat Armin too? Like, he just like loses his mind. He's like, you too. And like,
he becomes the Mad King, the Mad Titan.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, because and that's what I said last week. This was a smash and grab job. They're gonna get there. They're gonna take all the Titans and then going back to the island and being like, don't F with me, we won't F with you. Like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Because like if they do, you're seeing what happens when a scrappy group of 20 islanders is coming over there and sneaking in. They have ruined this country. Armin has destroyed the bay with no remorse. Like
a little remorse.
Someone put Peter Parker's grandmother from the first Spider-Man when she's like praying and the Green Goblin explodes. It's like some old lady living by the bay when Armin showed up. It's like, oh
no.
I love that meme. That's like my favorite meme.
It's really good.
Yeah, but let's jump to Armin, right? Because this is the first time technically that we saw Armin. We all assumed that soldier was Armin, but now we're having doubts that it maybe wasn't Armin. But either way, Ben, I told you a couple weeks ago that, you know, they have 30,000 strong Navy. And I was like, why not use your atomic bomb to take them out? Pull a Blackwater Bay from Tyrion. There's a Game of Thrones reference for you. And have Armin just blow up their Navy and just be like, hey, no more Navy. And that's exactly what happened. And it was probably one of my favorite scenes in this entire episode because Armin shows up and they're like, hey, what are you doing here, kid? And he's just like, bye. And he blows them all up. But at the end, you could see himself have not regret, but kind of like pain in his heart from killing all those people because of all the damage that he feels the Colossal Titan inherited. It's almost as if like all the damage the Colossal Titan has done in the past is catching up with him.
Like
he felt Bertold.
As the thing, like Bertold has done that.
Yeah.
How many times? Like, you know, before he went to the island, he was, you know, fighting wars for Marley. Like, so he's inheriting all the memories and the memories before that, because like that's the main Colossal Titan weapon is the transformation of like a nuclear bomb. So it's just like he finally got to experience that firsthand. And I think, honestly, Armin probably would have broken down in that moment if it wasn't for the memories, if it wasn't for him basically living it before he actually had to do it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm curious I'm curious how the memories work as far as when you're a Titan shifter. Is it like Hive? This is an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference that no one's going to get. Where you're all the people you were in the past are in you somehow, so they can actually come out of you. Like, can he communicate with
like
Bertold's consciousness? Like what?
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like
you can access the other avatars.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Like, can he communicate with Bertold? Is he like, yo, Bertold, this is real bad, right, Bertold? Like, look at this. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, is he talking to Bertold, or is it more like a, hey, you know, sorry for what I've done in the past kind of thing, or sorry for what you have become? I don't know.
I think it's like Interstellar, where he comes back in and hits play and he sees all the like what happened, like all the things he missed out on. So, well, spoilers, I guess. But I
It's
don't
not that good of a movie, don't worry.
What?
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna have an argument here.
Don't talk to mom like that.
I'm actually offended here. No, I'm kidding.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie. I think he's dead. I think they're dead because I remember I forget her name, but Historia's sister who had the Founding Titan. Like we've seen Frida. Like we've seen moments where it seemed like it was her, but then it was Eren, and it was like switching out. But I don't think it was, because I remember she was like combing her hair or something. There was like this one like season.
Yeah.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like once they're dead, they're dead. Yeah. But it's like I can at least look at the memories, kind of like a videotape or something.
Yeah.
But going back to like the Founding Titan, I'm wondering if the only reason why Eren doesn't get his memory erased and doesn't get controlled is because he has the Attack Titan as well. Because like so many people from the Rice family were like, yes, I'm gonna control the Titans. We're gonna take back humanity. We're gonna save it. But once they become the Founding Titan, King Rice takes them over and it's like, no, we're gonna lay back. We deserve what was revealed by Tybers. Like we deserve this. We don't want to fight. If you guys attack us, we're just going to roll over because we deserve this.
I think that's because he's not related to them by blood. I think that might have been a sort of a curse for them. Like he did something. That's the only thought I've had on that.
Yeah. I think it's an issue of like, what are you as far as memories go? It's like a Blade Runner question. I don't know if you guys watch Blade Runner or have seen Blade Runner, but it's like, the memories make your consciousness. So technically, if I have all your memories, I am you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's technically like he is everyone in the past because he has all their memories. Mm-hmm. So in a way, he can access them because he remembers everything that Bertolt did, or he remembers everything that Frida did. Eren does. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It really is. This is why I love Attack on Titan, because it really is like high concept sci-fi, like really high concept. But let's move on to that moment, and it's the moment that everyone's talking about because it's incredible. But it's the whole like Peak being like, "All right, here's the plan, guys. All we got to do is protect Zeke, and we're gonna be okay." And he's like, dies. And 2 seconds by, and I was like, "Did he just die?"
Well, that's like Abi was talking about, the use of like time and everything like that. I think Levi was waiting for that distraction of Armin in the bay. I think he was waiting for Armin to blow up in the bay because like they had their defenses, like they were about to make a stand. Mm-hmm. They had Peak with the guns. They had the Jaw Titan, swatting people down. They were about to make a defense right there, and then the bomb goes off, and everyone goes, "Huh?" just like, and I can't help that. Like I hope Zeke's dead, but I also hope that he comes back for even more punishment. Like come back, transform. Get that ass beat again, and then like Bane, and then I will allow you to die.
No, I mean, I kind of hope he's dead. I don't know. What do you think, Abi and Imon? Do you guys think he's not dead for sure and he's coming back?
I think he's coming back. Like I don't think it would end like that for him. I think it's going to be a much bigger battle than that. But I mean, props to Levi, just going back to what you were saying about him waiting with the clock and then the explosion, because it's like, it just seemed like that was just almost writing on the wall, because even last episode, it showed the Bay area and we're just like, well, we see all these ships. And then I think we saw like bubbles, Amon. Did we see bubbles in the water, like underneath the water or something? But yeah, so that leading up obviously to ruining their plan with Zeke, and then Levi taking Zeke down so quickly. I mean, that was just, I guess, a badass moment for Levi to be like, haha, we got you down so quickly. But I mean, it will definitely roll into a bigger battle, I think. I really think, I pray to God Levi doesn't die fighting.
I know, that's the fear.
I fear that's going to happen.
I fear that it's either Sasha or John that's going to die, because they both had moments where they did not take this shot and they did not kill, like Falco and Gabby, and I'm wondering, well, it seems like Gabby's definitely going to kill someone. Like there's the writing on the wall, but like I'm hoping with Falco, because he's such a good kid that he might remember that John spared him potentially, but it might be both. Like, I'm scared that they're both just gonna die.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about that, and I was just like,
well, let's go to that real quick. So I'm a big Team John guy. He's definitely in like my top 5 like all timers. If I had to pick, as much as I love the secondary squad, I would probably pick John. If anything, I thought that moment was like a key indicator of like, if anyone survives, it's John, because he's literally the only one with a heart. Like he still has a heart.
Fair.
Flock
Like, he's
is like kill them all. Sasha is sniping people like she's in Saving Private Ryan.
Like, Connie can stay alive.
Connie's our like other favorite character. Like,
but the thing about Connie is that if you rewatch this episode like I did, you'll see Connie at the top. Once John misses, Connie goes, "Blast it again!" Like it's Connie who yells that out, and I was like, "Yo, Connie, chill."
His mom is a Titan. Don't forget this.
That's true.
She's still laying there, probably.
That's kind of
Zeke did come in and like wreck his whole village and turn them all into Titans.
Right.
Mom, like flop there on the building. Right. Yeah. Come on, he's got every right.
Yeah, but I feel like Jean is the one guy who, like last week, he was like, "Hey, we got to find a way to get out of this. We got to see a future in all this. Otherwise, what's the point of all this murder?" Like, he's the one guy who always thinks about everyone else when everyone else is thinking about themselves. So that's why I think John is like a good leader, and that's why they've been building him up to be a leader too. So that's why I feel like he might make it out. I can't lie though. I thought Peak was done for this episode for sure.
Good honor for staying alive. Like, I really thought he was dead at that point. So
yeah, I felt like some of these survivals are very like anime survivals, where it's like they're really skating by the skin of their teeth here. Like the scouts have outmaneuvered them at every single turn. Like every single mainlander Titan should be gone by now. Like, and we can go back to Eren. Literally, it's like he just gets kind of chomped on by the Jaw Titan, and his only thoughts is, "Oh, there's my can opener." Like, that's all he said. Like, he was just like, "Oh, okay." Like, he's missing a hand. He just got slashed in the face, like pretty close to like twice. He's gone up against Galliard. He's almost died, and he's just like, "Oh, there's my bottle opener right there." Okay.
Is not dead, honestly, because it's just like with the Survey Corps like above him last time, and it just seemed like they were going to take him out, honestly. So I'm actually surprised he's still moving.
Well, speaking of him, let's go to a comment from Maya Super Chat. He says, "After seeing the abilities of all 9 Titans at this point, which Titan power would each of you rather have?" For me, I choose the Jaw Titan for how nimble it is. Seems almost fun. Yeah, so it's interesting because the Jaw Titan went one-on-one with Eren, and Eren just clocked it, and he like comboed, flipped him, and like slashed him, and, like, he like wrecked him, and I was like, "Yo!" And even Mikasa was like, "Yo, Ymir's jaw was not at this level. Like, Jaw Titan is a problem."
Well, yeah, it's one thing to like, you know, accidentally eat somebody and just wake up from a Titan coma and just have these powers that you don't know what it is. It's another thing to be a child soldier raised to be one of these things. So yeah, Galliard's going to bring out the full potential, even though he's a dumbass. But I think, honestly, with everything we've seen from all these Titans, I'd almost go female Titan. Like, she seems like the most complete Titan. I don't know if that might be Annie, because Annie's a freak of nature, but the female Titan's pretty dope.
Ben, the female Titan.
You know it. Give me that blonde hair. I'll look great.
Yeah. How about you, Imon?
I mean, I think I'm between the Attack Titan and Warhammer. There's just something, I like the Warhammer's design. I think that's really what it is. Like, I want to dress up like her for Halloween if possible. But I'll go Warhammer. I'm gonna do that. I like that a lot.
How about you, Abby?
That's well, I mean, y'all have such good ideas. I mean, I would honestly go with, it just depends. Like in this world, I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to be the female Titan and just go rampage and do whatever. But like, if I was actually in the like a person in that show, I think I'd rather be the Colossal Titan because I don't want to be in. I mean, I know Armin saw the destruction he did and like saw the body parts and everything, but I'd rather just be like the big boom versus like going in there and just like ripping people apart.
Abby's gonna do a solid. What? Oh,
I'm just like,
oh no.
Like
Abby's gonna wear some earplugs, put some shades on. Like, oh.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
He's gonna be like that Eric Andre meme that when he shoots somebody, he's like, "Why did the Colossal Titan do this?"
I don't know, but I don't. I'm already afraid of Titans, and honestly, I wouldn't want to go against the Survey Corps. So I'm just like, let me just do some damage and then get a smoothie or something. I don't know.
Right.
I feel like the choice to me has been made pretty obvious after last week's episode. I told Ben, I was like, oh my God, Warhammer Titan is like OP. Like, make any weapon you want look super cool. I'm with you, Imon. I would pick Warhammer. I think Warhammer's awesome.
Yeah.
Warhammer's pretty good.
However, I will say Warhammer has a flaw, and I was politely arguing with a commenter about this because first of all, I'm with Imon. She is a cool character. We love the design, and I don't mind that she was doing damage to Eren. But the thing is, when she is in the form where she's hidden underground, I see that as a very big weakness. And obviously, if it's like one-on-one, like how she was with Eren, yeah, she's going to be doing some good damage. She can focus on him. But if you have multiple people ganging up on her, someone like Levi, who's like really observant, someone like Mikasa, who's really observant, they would be able to see that like that cord and be like, what's this? It's attached to it. And they would do the same thing Eren would have, what he did when he was observing it. So I like her, but I do see a weakness with her being, oh, here comes Imon.
Go ahead, Imon.
I will say I agree with you because we talked about this and I agreed with you. But I think if Laura had more training the way Eren did, it would be a different game.
Yeah,
I don't think she had, and I don't think she's had as much because she was out. Like when she did that last final attack on Eren, she was done for. She was like, I have nothing left in me. Yeah. So I feel like if they have some, like, let's say Mikasa as the Warhammer, and like they've been training for 4 years, that's I think she'd do more damage.
And especially like even if you seal yourself in the crystal, like even if you get it out, like you can have that, that kind of trump card to be like, all right, you think you caught me, but there's another, skyscraper full of crystal. And, if it wasn't for the Jaw Titan jumping in there, like Peak laid the plan down and it just got, dashed out. Like everyone says, you have a perfect game plan until someone punches you in the mouth. Armin dropping a nuke in the bay was the punch in the mouth, and everything fell apart like for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
And so if it wasn't for that, like, yeah, we saw how fast the Warhammer took out the Attack Titan, like no problem. Went through his crystal hardening, went through everything. How long do you think it's going to be before Eren's able to use the Warhammer powers?
Like right away?
Right away, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch him make a sword out of nothing and just like start fighting everyone.
I'm waiting for it.
He's on another level. At this point, he's on another level. He's just like, he's focused, he's pinpoint. So he's like, whatever he sees, he's like, I can do that. And he'll go do it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's on another level for sure.
I agree.
So at the end of the episode, that was the big cliffhangers, Reiner transforming. One, we can talk about how different the Armored Titan looks. Like he looks like the hungover Armored Titan or the punk rock Armored Titan kind of thing. But also, like it felt like, one of those big Attack on Titan, things. But Eren has beat Reiner every time he's gone up against him. Yeah, like Reiner had to get bailed out by Bertolt on the wall. And when he had him in, the MMA chokehold breaking his back, and then he straight up beat him with the help of the Thunder Spears in Shingen Shisha. So are we worried about this transformation? Are we worried for a turn of the tide, a turn of the battle? Or do you think Reiner's just going to be like someone like, is he transforming to die? Like, is he transforming to like give it to Falco or Gabby? Like what's going on with Reiner?
I agree. I think, because just with how Reiner has been, like, he just has this guilt and whatnot. Obviously, he'll probably take his last stand against Eren, but I feel like it's going to be. I'm sorry to hear this chiming. Everyone's texting me. I just feel like I think Gabby. I just feel something in my bones that Gabby is somehow going to get his Titan, get the armor Titan. So I think this is his last hurrah before he does die, and hopefully, I mean, I say hopefully because I don't want Gabby or them to die, but I think one of them is going to swoop in. I don't know how, obviously, because they need the serum, but I feel something. I feel something's about to happen with Gabby that's going to be bigger than what we think with just a gun, you know?
See, that's what I thought. I thought they were going to like try and find some serum on the battlefield, like for Falco or Gabby right there. If Reiner was going to get stuck in that hole and like kind of, wish for death. I thought Falco was running to go get some.
Yeah, I feel like Zeke might have or know where some might be. And if he's not dead, what's to say that he can't find Gabby or Falco and be like, all right, he's about to die. Bam, go. Like, I see something sneaky like that potentially happening.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ace, what about you? What are your Reiner's your boy? Talk about your boy here. Defend your boy.
I was gonna say, y'all doing my boy dirty, man. Why y'all talking shit about Reiner, bro? Reiner's gonna come up. He's gonna kick Eren's ass.
Bro, stop.
He's gonna take the Founding Titan and he's gonna save Marley.
Oh my gosh. We have a traitor among us.
I'm just playing. I think he's gonna keep up. I really do. I mean, obviously we saw that new form of the Armor Titan. It's a brand new form. We've never seen that before. It seems to be focused on mobility because there's less armor around his joints. Yeah. And it's like he used the armor to make spikes instead, almost like a defense. The more I rewatched it, the more I was like, I guess he could design his armored form. And I guess the reason why he would use the old school form was to take down walls. But now that there's no walls to take down, he's using it for battle and for like one-on-one.
It seems like a more offensive. They refer to him as the shield. He looks like more of a sword now.
Yeah, so I think that's why he made his design more like ready for one-on-one battle. And like I said last week, man, we know Reiner can kick ass. Don't do my boy dirty like that. Like he's
I love him.
I'm just saying, bro. Like he's 0-2 now. He's 0-2. Like he got bailed out by his homie the first time. And then he got clapped by Levi before he transformed. He got clapped by Eren as a Titan. He got clapped by the Thunder Spears twice. Like,
can I say one thing though? Now, like, you never underestimate the power of like a child's belief in you. Now that he has like Gabby and Falco cheering him on, just like the King Kong trailer that came out today. If you have like a little kid on your side, you're gonna do like miracles.
So Captain Levi and Kong vs. Godzilla, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, but I feel like that little kid power is gonna help Reiner be inspired somehow and like kick some ass. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily gonna win or save the day, but I do think he's gonna do something to make the Survey Corps retreat somehow.
Yeah.
So again, like I've asked this question a few times because like I thought we were gonna get. Me and Ace were talking about this on the first and second episode. We thought the first part of this season was going to be pure Marley. We weren't going to see the Survey Corps. We weren't going to see our trio or anybody. It seems like we're moving really fast. What do you guys think is going to happen? We at least have 16 episodes. We know the manga isn't finished. We know that we'll probably get a part 2 as well, part 2, season 4. But we have 9 episodes left. Like, what do you guys think is coming for these next 9 episodes? Because Reiner is it seems like if we're just taking this at face value, which it's anime, you never can. Yeah. But if we're taking this at face value, Reiner's the last thing they have left. Their navy's gone. All the Titans are gone. Like, the jaw's about to be bit. Peak can't transform. And even if she did, like, sorry, the Jaw Titan, the Card Titan ain't going to do much against the forces that they have. And Reiner's on his last leg. Like, what do you guys think is going to happen? Are you going to sail off into the sunset? And then there's going to be like, but wait!
Oh, Lord.
That's a good question. That's a really good question because it seems like this has just been go, 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 go. So I'm like, what else do they have in store for us? Because like, it's like, what? I don't know. Like, I honestly have no idea on this one. And usually I feel like we're kind of like, we might have a little, I think Falco is something special. Yeah. Other than that, it's just Reiner that they do have right now. So.
I don't know. Again, like you didn't mention Zeke. So I know, I don't know why I'm hyping him up right now because I hate Zeke. But I feel like there's going to be something bigger with him because one, we didn't not know where he went when he left, when they were him, Peak, and Gilliard were, or not Gilliard, Porco. No, it is Gilliard. Yeah. Sorry.
It's Gilliard, yeah.
When they were gone, we didn't really see what happened to Zeke. And then he just started rolling on back like, hey guys, I'm here. So it's like something's happening, I think, with that. Also, we got Hanji rolling through with her giant blimp of like death, hopefully. We don't know what's in there. What are they carrying? I mean, it's just like,
I was gonna say they don't need that stretch limo of a Zeppelin to take back 20 people.
Yes, they do.
Right in style, man. They're like, hey, are they going to the prom?
Right. We're thinking I was like, maybe there's Titans in there. Are they going to drop Titans? And it's weird. I know it's like, how the hell do they get Titans? But they could have got them in, wrangled them in, like small.
Are there any Titans left on the island though?
I would think there's gonna. I mean, did they kill? Maybe.
You mean like Titans?
Like they rode to the beach, yeah, on Paradise. Like I don't think there's any Titans left outside of inside. Like I said, outside inside the walls. You know, there's all the colossal Titans, but they rode straight to the beach. And I remember, you know, they passed by that one Titan that was still alive, but like, you know, it dug itself into the ground. I don't think there's any, you know, free range Titans anymore.
I mean, maybe not Titans, but there's. I mean, the fact that they are, first of all, risking to roll in with such a big target because they know that the Marlians have weapons. So it's like there's a purpose for it. Clearly, we don't know what, but I feel like it will, once this has settled or whatever, you know, battles, and if someone has to retreat, I think we're going to be diving, as I'm sure everyone knows, into whatever is going on with Falco, because there is a lot of stuff with birds, him flying. Like I don't know, there's a mystery still to be figured out with Falco, I feel.
Yeah. Also, we haven't talked about the Annie in the room.
Oh, yeah.
But we know that Annie is supposed to make an appearance. I mean, she has to make an appearance somehow this season. I still think she's going to pull a, you know, WWE and like come out of nowhere with a steel chair.
Yeah.
I think she'll make an appearance. I think that's going to be maybe the one twist that we don't see coming is like the Annie of it all.
Yeah. Whose side do you think she'll be on though? Because Imon and I have chatted about it before, and I'm just like, could they convince Annie that like the Eldians or, you know, the people of Paradise are, you know, not what, you know, everyone's been thinking. And she's kind of been almost, Imon, you said it really well. She's what?
She's neutral.
Yeah, she's
kind of get back home to her dad. Like that's it. I don't think she has that much.
Do you think her dad is still alive? Wasn't he like front row of the amphitheater?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe she'll kill Eren because he killed her dad. Like that was her. I think that was the only thing she was looking forward to. So
but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Annie never really showed any love for Eren in season 1, but she never really showed any love for Reiner either. I mean, she tried to kill him when they were kids.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I want to say she didn't show love for Eren, but she taught him how to fight.
That's true.
Annie's the reason Eren hung with Reiner in that first Titan fight. Like he was using Annie's like ground techniques, like her jujitsu, like in that first fight, like when he was, because like that's who he learned from. And I still want to know who won that fight at training camp between Annie and Mikasa. You have to show me that flashback.
We all know who it was, man.
Bro, if you say Annie, I'm gonna.
It wasn't Annie. It was Mikasa.
Okay,
man.
I was making sure. You've been acting a little too Marley this episode. A little too Marley. I was making sure you weren't going too far.
No, low-key, I was definitely rooting, especially with Hanji. Like when Hanji showed up, I yelled out and screamed. Like Hanji is like, I love Hanji. She's one of my favorite characters. And we showed up in the airship. I was like, yo, it's over. Hanji's here. Y'all are done.
The girl knows science. So I'm saying, and she's got a giant blimp hauling something towards you. So
I did love that when he was like, has Erwin possessed you with this idea you have? And he's like, I hope, like, if it works, I hope so, because like, so Armin's still bearing that burden, and you know how much, and I think that's why he could do like such terrible things as be the Colossal Titans, because he knows he was chosen for this over someone that wouldn't hesitate. Like Eren would never hesitate to do that. like because he knows the cost of war. Eren, you know, like how they said, like he became a devil to defeat devils.
Yeah.
And so I really loved that moment. I do want to segue into that. What was your guys' favorite moment of the episode? It's tough when there's 23 minutes of an episode and 22 of it was packed full of amazing things, and the other minute was the credits.
Go ahead, Imon.
I think just visually, it was Armin walking in as the Colossal. There's a huge wide shot of his standing there, and it's just real, very gorgeous. So that's the thing that just I'm stuck with, the image in my head. So I would say that stands out to me the most.
It looked like a sea of blood. Like it looked like he turned the ocean into blood, or like fire and carnage. And I was like, yo, did he just like explode the ocetion?
Well, it's because you're like convincing yourself, because you know Armin's our boy and his glow up is fucking real, y'all. Like that, he's a good looking guy now. But just like it's like, oh yeah, he did it. It was in the ocean and that was like a military target. Yeah, he's good. And then you see that like it's like 5 miles inland that is just gone, like not destroyed, just smoldering cinder of a city is what's left. And so he must have been working out that explosion technique, because oh my gosh, that thing was ridiculous.
Yeah. How about you, Abby?
I was gonna say like Armin as well, just because I was kind of waiting for like what was gonna happen at the bay, like what was gonna go down there. So the explosion was really fantastic. I mean, it's terrible, obviously, like it's war, people are dying, but like just the impact he was able to make, like I'm here I am, and it's just like it was just like knocking out their naval military. It was great. But I mean, I guess besides that one, honestly, Eren using the Jaw Titan, like I'm just, it's gross, but I liked it. I'm like, you know what? Crack it open like an egg. Do what you got to do. So.
Man, I thought that was one of the most brutal moments in the entire show. I really did feel like, man, this is so brutal. Like you're crushing this girl and she's unable to move or get out. Like I'm talking about Laura, right? And then you're using this guy who's already being crushed too, who's like begging for mercy. And I was like, this is like rated M for mature. Like, my God.
Well, especially because he's just doing it like I said, I've said this since Eren reappeared. Like Eren is so cold and calculated now. Like
that was me.
Gone is the emotional, screaming, crying, like passionate Eren. He's just like rip one arm off, rip the other arm off.
But like, what would you do? Like, what? Like, and not that you guys are playing or complaining, but it's just like people are just like, oh, Eren's so cold right now. It's just like, oh, why is he like? There's people there, and I'm just like, do you just want him to like stroll in with the olive branch, like, hey guys, let's talk it out? Like, I mean, it's war, and I mean, he definitely has become the devil, like what Will was saying. So it's like he's living up to that reputation. But I'm like, you know what? The first episode, walls were kicked down. Your mother, like that one kid we saw in this episode, was buried under rubble. She was taken out. She was broken in half and eaten right in front of him. So I'm just like, it's kind of like a long time coming. It is sad. Like it was sad to see like Sophia die last episode.
Yeah. And
Udo's death, sorry.
Udo's death was horrific.
Yeah, both of them,
That was really bad. So it's like they just did a really good job showing us what war is, but it is war, you know. Like,
well, here's the thing: like we see the progression of season 1, Eren going from someone who wants to be the greatest, the GOAT, the one who kills all the Titans, like the most powerful guy there is, and he just can't. Like we even see that moment a couple episodes ago with Reiner, when Reiner feels bad for him because he's trying so hard and he can't. He's just not good enough. Now he is good enough to do everything he said he was going to do in season 1, which is like eat the world and kill all the Titans and like destroy everything. And that's what he's doing. Like I went back and rewatched the finale of season 1. And there's that incredible scene where Eren gets the crap beat out of him by Annie, and he wakes up and he has his voice, Titan voice, mix in with his human voice, and he's like, I'm gonna destroy them all. And he like comes in with like fire and flames all over him, and that's Eren. Like Eren is the kind of guy who was like, I said I'm gonna eat the world, I'm gonna eat the world.
He's not playing. He's going for it.
He's just like going in. He's like, now I had my training. I came prepped in for the off season. I bulked up. I trained in with Levi, so now I'm good to go. And I could do everything I said I would do, and he's doing it right now. And if Galliard is begging for mercy and he's crushing this girl inside this crystal, like, so be it. I still feel bad. I still felt like, oh, that's awful. But I mean, do you, Eren?
It's like,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's like the quote from The Dark Knight: "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain." So it's like Erwin died a hero, obviously. But here we got Eren coming through. Like, nope, I'm the devil y'all wanted. Say my name. I'm here. So
pull the Heisenberg. Ben, what was your favorite moment, man?
Of course it's Levi, but it wasn't him killing the Beast Titan. It was at the beginning, when we get a little bit of the last episode, and then the Card Titan rescues and the Beast Titan shows up, and he's like, and the Beast Titan's kill them all, let none leave. And Levi, like, you think he's like this heartless, cold, like just soldier, like he's humanity's greatest weapon, but like his final line to everybody of the episode was like, "Don't die on me, like don't don't die here." And it was just like Levi cares so much about his soldiers, about his squad, like you saw in season 1 when the female Titan takes out Levi's squad, like how much it hurts. And that's my favorite Levi moment, is when he takes down the female Titan, because like he gets those black circles around his eyes when he goes into like beast mode. And you saw it, like, because I have one more conspiracy theory after we all share our favorite moments. But it was that moment where like he tells us, because he's leading this thing, like him and Mikasa, the two Ackermans, the two strongest warriors, are leading this. And he's like, "Don't die on me." And then like he just charges right at the Beast Titan. Like, it was such a cool shot. I loved it.
It was cool. It was really cool. I'll say mine real quick. Shout out to my girl Sasha with the clutch shot, hitting the guy in the middle where you think she missed. I thought she missed, and I was like, "Sasha, you can't miss." And then it shows the guy just like dead, and I was like, "Oh damn!" And then she was like, "John, let's do it." And John shows up, and I'm like, "Oh, that's my crew, bro." Sasha and John.
It was like a Call of Duty moment. And she even got the snipes on the ding, like when you get a headshot. It even did. It was so great.
Yeah, that to me was the best moment, because to me it's a moment of John and Sasha. Dude, Sasha has like bullets over her chest, like she's straight up like Rambo in this.
She is. And she doesn't even like she takes the shot and then she just stares at the Card Titan like, yeah, that was me. That was me, bro. Yeah.
It's wild. That was my favorite moment for sure.
We're a long ways away from eating potatoes.
I think that's it in my notes. Obviously, the crushing Nutcracker moment was crazy. Obviously, Warhammer, R.I.P. Laura. We saw 5 minutes of her.
I know.
Sorry, girl. But what's your theory, Ben? Before we close out,
do you think Zeke has turned? Do you think Zeke is a double agent and is on the Islander side? I'm just saying, like, at least he put up somewhat of a fight in season 3. Yeah. Like, he at least like threw a punch like that. He didn't even throw a punch this time. Like, it's just.
I just think. No, like, I just think Levi's a different level.
Honestly, what brought up was what Abby said. Like, he disappeared. Like, when the soldiers took off.
Yeah.
Took the warriors away. Like, he separated from Colt. He separated from Peak and Galliard. Otherwise, why wasn't he trapped in the basement as well?
Yes, I think so. I think because I was bringing up too when I was talking about the time thing. Not only did Levi was looking at a clock, Zeke said something about it's time. Now is the time.
Yeah, you're running out of time.
There's both of them were like. So I'm like, yeah, you're running out of time. So there was a specific time.
You guys might be. Yeah, because you guys might be onto something. Go ahead, Imon. I'm sorry, I didn't let you finish.
No, I think that's what we in our review we were talking about it after we watched the episode. I was just like, what? Why didn't they show us where Zeke went?
Yeah.
Why did he just come in like that? Why is he talking about time? The same as Levi. And the question, because he's been weird this season.
Yeah.
A little bit. Quiet, and he's just like he's waiting for something. I mean,
he specifically says Eren Yeager's not my enemy today.
Yeah.
Like, because someone in the chat, Raven saying in the chat, does Zeke know that Eren's his half brother? I have to say yes. Like,
I think he told him, yeah.
Yeah.
Of season 3, he told him, he was like, hey.
Well, I remember him saying, I'm going to come back and rescue you. I don't remember him saying I'm your brother.
Yeah, because he mentioned his dad. He said, your dad's a psycho, and he brainwashed me like he brainwashed you. But one thing I do want to say is they never showed Zeke inside the Beast Titan. You know how they do the POV shot?
Yeah, they were doing all the POV shots.
They never showed him. And that really stood out to me because I was like, why aren't they showing him? Is this another Beast Titan? Like, did someone eat Zeke?
He was inside.
No, they never showed him.
I thought they did. I thought he was. They have a moment.
Actually, I think you're right. Let me go to the episode.
Because
you're right though, Imon. I thought Ace was right for a second, but I think they do show him right when he showed up.
Because I was really paying attention, and I was like, they're showing Peak, they're showing Galliard going back and forth of like the whole like inside the Titan look, but they never showed Zeke.
I'm not
and
sure
I was like,
it is.
Until we see it, I don't remember seeing him either. So
yeah, so it's almost like maybe you're on to something, guys. Like maybe Zeke somehow planned to look like he died, and maybe this is all planned.
We have. I mean, this is obviously going into La La Land. We don't know if this is a theory or not, but the fact is like it was that simple blowing up with Levi, and then it was just like, well, where'd Levi go?
Maybe it's like smoke and mirrors. Like let's go out. Like, I don't know,
but it might be smoke and mirrors. Who knows?
The only thing that it's hard for me to accept this is the fact that he killed Erwin, and Levi is so determined to kill him that I just don't see them like shaking hands and being like, let's put it aside.
Yeah. It could be like a Ymir situation where he's like, my people have suffered, like you can kill me, but I'll do this for the Eldians, like overall or something.
Yeah, maybe. I definitely think there's something there though, because we never saw where he went. That's a really good point, Imon. So I do feel like maybe next week we'll find out where that's headed to. Do you guys watch the previews for the following week?
I do.
No.
Okay. So they don't.
This one, honestly, like, because last week it showed like, the Beast Titan showing up. It showed the Card Titan, just like it's the previews are literally 10 seconds long. It's nothing, but it showed the Card Titan, like all the Titans all in the square, like fighting, and like, the Beast Titan swatting like that. That's really all it showed. And this one didn't really show much either, but I didn't want to tell Ace that like, the other Titans showed up to fight. There is like one kind of thing that might be spoilery, but if you guys don't watch it, I'm not going to say it, but I can't help it. I can't help myself to like these episodes, like ever since, like I just have to watch the preview for every episode.
By the way, they do show Zeke. You're right, Imon. Okay. I'm wrong. My bad. I thought they didn't, but it just stood out to me that they kept showing Peak and not Zeke. And I was like, why is she calling the shots when he's War Chief Zeke?
I think it was once, and it was quick. And I don't remember.
I was trying to scroll through it right here. I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
well, he got shut down quick, so I guess it's appropriate that we'd only see his face
just before Levi looks at the clock. All right,
it's a possibility. I mean, it also there's this thing about I don't know if it was this season. It probably was. There's just so much in my head right now. There's so much going on.
Right.
But it was they were asking about if someone had royal blood. I think it was towards Zeke.
Yeah,
Zeke has royal blood, and so there's something really important about Zeke. So it's like they can't kill him.
Yeah.
So they do show him.
You're running out of time.
Yeah, you're right, and that's the thing. Like, and you could like, these are tinfoil hats. We realize like Zeke being a double agent is the biggest tinfoil hat because that dude turned in his own mom and dad to get
and killed Erwin.
And killed Erwin.
That's like unforgivable.
Killed. Like literally we almost lost the fight right there because of Zeke. So we realize how big of a conspiracy theory this is, and you can attest it to like, oh, the Navy's coming, the Army's coming. Like you guys are surrounded. You have no way out. You're running out of time. You better make it. But it's just too much with Levi looking at the clock, him saying running out of time. Where'd he go while the speech was being made? Where was he before this? Yeah. We didn't see him transform. I mean, we didn't see Peak transform or Galliard. So I mean,
but we knew she was there. We knew like she was free and so she was going to show up soon anyway. So obviously, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Before we go, I forgot to say this too, kind of going off your guys' theory. Hanji, who was flying that ship, looked like they were wearing Marley uniform. The black guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I thought, oh, dang it, I unshared the screen, but I'll bring it up again.
Sure. So to me, there's even more credence to that theory that maybe even Willie said it last week, where he's like, there's people on the inside. We don't know.
Yeah, well, there's the Patriots that Grisha, when Grisha became a Patriot, and they had like the mark right here. So I was thinking there was going to be not infiltrators because they live there, but they're like, we're on the side of the Patriots. We're on the side of, we want the Eldians to come.
Yeah, oh, you're right.
Oh, he is. We didn't even notice that.
Well, we're just like, oh, black man. Like,
I thought they were like, just the way that I thought they were going to show, like, because, he's sweating right there. I thought they were going to show like a gun to his head or something like that. Like they hijacked the airship.
Oh,
but like, we're counting on you. Like, he's on their side.
They know
and
him.
We have the Oriental lady who like she dips. So there's a handful of people that knew what was going down tonight, and they were like, deuce.
Yeah, that would have been us. We would have come out too.
Right to the bush, like, oh, bye.
Yeah,
but he definitely was like, Hanji, yes sir, Hanji, and I was like, oh damn, this guy's like on their side 100%.
Yeah.
So we don't know, maybe it's something to do with that as far as what's going on the inside. But either way, guys, thank you so much. Imon and Abi, thank you so much for joining us. Where can everyone find you?
Well, we have our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Imon_Snow. If you'd like to follow us and watch reactions. Also, that's my Instagram handle. I think Imon Frost is on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And my Instagram is Abi Corinne. So
Abi Corinne, awesome, awesome. Good deal. Obviously, guys, go subscribe to their channel as well. Go check out their reaction to this episode, which will be coming out soonish.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ben, what about you, man?
Every week at the Ben Goddard for everything, guys. Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Alrighty, guys, I'm at Squad Leader Race. You can follow me there as well. Make sure to subscribe to First Cut if you haven't done so already. That's the best way you can keep up with us. Either way, for the First Cut crew, we are peacing out officially. So peace out, guys.
Bye.
Peace.